Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta again. I'm your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for continuing to watch. In this segment, I'm going to talk a little bit about a big anniversary we're all about to celebrate. I'm here with Cameron Katz.
Thank you so much for having me.
So we have a big 250th anniversary coming on.
Yes, we do. This summer is going to mark the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. And it's funny, we're actually talking as the Freedom Plane just landed in the Atlanta History Center, bringing 9 key founding era documents. We're the only city from the original 13 colonies. So all of that is part of the 250th celebration traveling the country.
And another way that we're celebrating is having the kids write letters to America. Tell me a little bit about this.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm with an organization called Made by Us, and we work with over 500 history museums and cultural institutions across the country to connect with Gen Z. And we are starting an initiative called Letters to America, which invites 14 to 30-year-olds to write their letter about what they think America should be. One thing at Made by Us is we really think the next 250 years of our country should be shaped by the next generation. So we are inviting young people to share their thoughts.
Oh my goodness, I love that age range. When you think about that, I thought specifically of teens, right? I thought specifically of kids. But you guys are saying, no, 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 no. Let's extend it a little bit more.
Absolutely. The reason Made by Us was founded, we're actually housed at the Atlanta History Center. So we have very strong Atlanta roots. And we Made by Us was founded because many, of the bigwigs in the history museum world, such as the Atlanta History Center, came together and were thinking, we're really good at reaching K through 12. We're really good at reaching older adults, but kind of this young adult population that is 18 to 30 who is figuring out, who we are and what our beliefs are, and many of these other aspects of our identity could really benefit from what museums have to offer. So that's how Made by Us was born. And we are very active in the Atlanta community. We work closely with the Atlanta History Center, as I've said, but also the National Center for Civil and Human Rights, the DeKalb County History Center, and several others throughout the state. One thing that we have noticed is that this age group really doesn't always get a say in what is going to be the next chapter of America. And with the 250th, we're really trying to reframe this moment from sort of a top-down commemoration to be participatory and to invite the next generation to have a say in our democracy and where our country goes next. So I think we're really hoping to capture a wide variety of different perspectives, from someone who might be a middle schooler, a freshman in high school, all the way to up to someone who's, in their late 20s and is thinking about the next chapter of their lives and what that might look like in the United States. So I think really having that wide range of perspectives and having a generation represented, because that age group is what we call Gen Z. And so being able to capture how our generation is feeling about America and kind of where we want to see it go next.
That's the generation that's going to take us to the next level. They are, I hate to be corny, but they are the future. Those of us who kind of, aged out of that era recognize that we're leaving it in your hands. So this is kind of, I don't know, an exciting sneak peek about what you all feel like America could be, should be.
Exactly. And if you look back to 250 years ago, the people who founded this country, it was very intergenerational. And many of the people who were authoring the Declaration of Independence and were participating in the founding of the United States were younger than the majority of people who are running the country today. So, what Made by Us and Letters to America is really hoping to achieve is to create this space for youth to kind of step in and inherit the next chapter of our country.
Well, then you got to close this out. Where is there a website where they can learn more and more people can take part in this initiative?
Absolutely. So at youth250.org/letters, we have more information for how young people can write and submit their letters. We call it letters, but it can be a speech, a song, a performance, any type of written media. You can submit it to our website, and selected letters will be shared out with media organizations. And we also invite other media organizations like Focus Atlanta or Atlanta Journal-Constitution, any other local press, to help elevate these letters during our nationwide program Civic Season, which is between Juneteenth and July 4th. We will be hosting the first ever National Youth Takeover Day. That will be happening on June 27th, 2026. And so we really encourage media outlets to help uplift these youth voices by publishing, amplifying on National Youth Takeover Day.
Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure to meet you.
You too. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. All right, guys, this is your chance to have your voice heard. Please take the opportunity to go to the website, learn more, and stay tuned to more Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.